Chrissy Swan Show.
Hello and welcome to our humble show. Jack, do you want to let our beautiful listeners in on the off-air conversation we just had about your state of mind?
I just said to you that, and to Tom, I'm scared that I'm going to say something on air today that I shouldn't.
How thrilling. And why would this be? Because normally that's my job.
I know. I just am a little bit delirious today. And before in the office, Tom said, "Are you okay today?" It's the Halloween spook, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. The, what is it, All Hallows or something. There's some sort of, my 15-year-old about to turn 16 is really coming into his own in terms of his brain capacity.
Okay.
And last night he said to me, Halloween's a pagan festival, do you realise? And I was like, yeah, but I was just like cooking a ratatouille with leftover zucchinis and I just didn't want to talk about paganism. He was like, what actually is paganism?
Oh.
And I was like, can we talk about this
Ask
later?
Siri. Leave me alone.
I'm working up an Alvin and the Chipmunks costume. Okay, I'm busy here.
Hey, coming up after 3 o'clock, we have your invite to see the Kid Leroy live in Nova's Red Room in the bum bag in Chrissy's Quizzy. Before 3, we're going to be playing Chrissy and Jack's Voyage to Victory.
Oh, Voyage.
It's a voyage, you guys. I've changed
Yeah.
it. You could win a Disney Cruise Line, so make sure you jump on the Nova Player app and register. But next, we're going to do sweeping statements.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Swan's sweeping statements.
I've got a last-minute sweeping statement.
Ooh.
132410, by the way. Give us a call. What is your unpopular opinion? I just made some cheese on toast with the ever-brilliant burger cheese.
From Bega.
From Bega now. And someone else was in the office. I'm not going to name names.
Name them.
No.
Name them.
Name them.
Name them.
Name them. And she was also making some toast. And she said, do you want me to leave this out? And she pointed to the dairy blend tub. And I said, no. And in fact, that should be against the law.
Who was it?
A dairy blend is not butter. The end.
Yeah, you really get your knickers in a knot about margarine, don't you?
It's margarine. I don't care if you call it dairy blend or spreadable. It's margarine. It's wrong. It should be against the law.
Okay.
Just buy butter.
Yeah.
End of.
We don't need the alternative.
While we're here, and I'm in a cranky mood, confetti and glitter that is included in packages that are sent to other human beings, if you do that, you should go to jail.
What about
Stop it.
in a birthday card or like a wedding invite?
In no sendable object should confetti or glitter or its close relatives be involved. Just no.
It's annoying. I don't want to have to vacuum my carpet because of your stupid confetti.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I'm with you, Swan.
It's like the equivalent of a prank to me.
Gross.
It may as well be a dog poo. That's how I react.
I love it. Okay, my sweeping statement today is that decorating your house with Halloween decorations is tacky and looks awful.
Jack.
I know. I'm not like a Grinch. I love the idea of Halloween for kids. I used to trick or treat. It's an excuse for a party as an adult. I'm all for that.
But what about Christmas? Are you allowed to do it for that?
No, I also think that's just unnecessary and tacky. Like, Donna, take the spider web off your fence. It looks stupid. You haven't gone all out. And respect your home. Respect the beautiful house that you're in.
Wow.
Don't ruin it.
This is really going to ruffle some
13,
feathers.
24, 10. What is your sweeping statement? We will give you a NutriBullet just for telling us.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
One Pass is now available at Priceline Pharmacy, and Sister Club members are getting exclusive access to boosted perks. Start your free 30-day trial today.
Learn more at priceline.com.au/onepass. TC's eligibility criteria and exclusions apply.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's get unpopular.
Swan's sweeping statements.
Dairy blend is not butter, and confetti and sprinkles and sparkles and glitter should never be included in envelopes or packages.
And Halloween decorations on your house are tacky and shouldn't be allowed.
And I can't believe that you include Christmas decorations there. What about the classic Santa's legs coming out of this chimney? That That's A+ for effort.
Actually, no, I'm okay with that stuff. And I like a beautiful wreath on the... Is it wreath?
A wreath with the
Wreath.
TH.
Wreath. Did I just say wreath?
Oh, my God.
Wow, I'm unhinged. A wreath is beautiful. And I think Christmas I'm okay with. It's just Halloween.
Halloween.
I find,
Oh,
like a
okay.
spider web on your fence. Like, grim.
Hello, Colette.
Hello, Chrissy, how are you?
I'm good. You hate today, don't you, Colette?
I do. My sweeping statement is I hate Halloween. I agree with Jack. I think we teach our kids not to take lollies from strangers, especially strangers in masks and costumes, you know, and then one day a year we're letting them go knock on doors and beg for lollies. So I hate it.
Do you have kids?
Yes, and they're adults now, but geez, they hated it. They'd be, Mum, can we go, you know, knocking on doors and trick-or-treating? Nope.
Good on you. Good on you for sticking to it, you know.
Colette, do you have friends
used to-
that decorate their houses? Do you shade them for it?
I don't really know anyone that decorates their houses, but I know heaps that are into it. And yeah, I'm the Halloween Grinch. I hate it. I say to my kids, I will go and buy you lollies. You not go and begging for them.
And so what happens if somebody comes to your door today, if some kids come to your door?
They don't.
Colette, you are going to receive a NutriBullet Flip from NutriBullet, the #1 personal blender brand in the world.
Hello, Teal.
Hello, Chrissy.
Hi, what a beautiful name you have.
Thank you. Kudos to my dad for naming me after a Bunnings paint joke.
Great, fantastic. Now, what is your sweeping statement, Teal?
Flat soft drink is 100% better than like bubbly or freshly opened soft drink.
Oh, that's interesting. So more of a cordial vibe.
A little bit. I think just the bubbles are a bit like nails on a blackboard for me.
That's
and just
interesting.
make you a bit too full. So I would definitely prefer flat soft drink. Always have.
Have you got a method to get it from fizzy to flat, or is it just time?
Well, literally, I'll open it, pour my partner a drink, and then I'll put it back in the fridge, and then a couple of days later, it will be flat, and that's when I'll have it.
Wow,
Teal, that's one of our
great.
best sweeping statements. I really like that.
It
you
is.
have a NutriBullet Flip on its way to you.
Hello, Dwayne.
Hey.
What's your problem with almond milk, Dwayne?
Well, it's not milk. It should be called almond sap. That's what it is. I don't know how the vegans get away with using the name of an animal product. It is sap.
It's not really sap, is it? It's like almond water because it's just mashed up almonds and the water that goes with that.
But it still looks like sap.
Dwayne, you're funny.
Have you got
PVC glue when you think about it.
what is your take on vegans in general?
I don't mind because they're leaving more meat for me to eat.
A NutriBullet Flip is on its way to you, Dwayne. NutriBullet, the #1 personal blender brand in the world. Let's finish with Beck.
I use almond milk often in my NutriBullet Flip, by the way.
Good.
Hello, Beck.
Almond sap.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Good. What's your sweeping statement?
Use is not a word.
What do you mean? Y-O-U-S-E?
No.
Doesn't
Please
it
don't say
sound awful when people say it, Beck?
What happens
I'm in
when...
customer service. I hear it all the time, and it literally makes my blood run cold.
I get it.
It's not a word.
Do you ever say anything to people? Like, do you correct them or you just have to bite your tongue?
I cringe. I don't say anything generally unless it's someone that I know well, and then I will say something, and I will say use is not a word.
A NutriBullet Flip is on its way to you, Beck. Hey, next we're playing Chrissy and Jack's Voyage to Victory. Make sure you've registered via the Nova Player app or on Nova FM. Disney Cruise Line is now sailing from Australia, and Disney's Moana 2 is in cinemas November 28. Are you going to take the fam to that, Swanee?
Yes, I am. Or just go on my own.
I might tag along. I want to see
So
it.
good.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh.
Disney Cruise Line, now sailing from Australia.
Chrissy and Jack's Voyage to Victory.
The reason I know exactly what the Disney Cruise Line horn sounds like, it's not bad, come on,
Do it
is because
again.
I've done it. Oh. Come on, it's the best impersonation I do. Anyway, I've been on a Disney cruise. It's life-changing. Me and my kids laughed so much in our little room.
Also,
But we will never forget it.
those memories will last a lifetime for your kids because when you're with your family as a kid and you're like trapped in a confined space, it really stays with you. Like
Can
I
I tell
remember,
you, at least once a fortnight, one of them will say, "Do you remember we went on that Disney cruise?
Yeah.
Like it was a dream." Mandy, you are getting closer and closer to the dream. This is your
The dream
third
is almost becoming real.
It is, Mandy. Now, who would you be taking with you with their little carry-on luggage?
I'll be taking my hubby and my 2 sons that are massive Disney fans as well.
Oh, Mandy. Do they know about the unlimited soft serve?
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
now Mandy, you are our carryover champ, but today we also have Bianca who's playing against you. You're playing with me, Bianca. How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm feeling good today. I feel like we're going to win this.
Oh, I hope so.
Bianca, can I tell you, if you do win this, make sure you tell your kids that, like, at 11 o'clock at night, because there's no time on the Disney cruise, right?
Yeah,
There's no time.
Of course. It's
And
heaven.
at like 11 o'clock at night, you can go out in your pajamas on the deck and there's like a live action robbery heist with Spider-Man flying all over. Like,
Wow.
you'll lose your mind. Anyway, only one can come back tomorrow
Yes,
to
and
play
our
again.
quiz master has entered the studio.
Your names are your buzzers, girls. Hello, Quizmaster.
Hello.
Oh,
Question-
He's really serious, girls.
Question number 1.
Hey, is Bianca fully across that if she doesn't know the answer, she can say Bianca and then hand it over to you,
Yeah,
Jack?
do you know that, Bianca?
Yes, okay, yes, I do.
Okay, great.
Okay. Question number 1. Which continent is Tarzan set in?
Mandy,
Yes, Mandy.
Chrissy, can you help? Amazon Jungle?
No, you should have gone
Which
with me.
continent?
No, that's the incorrect answer, Amazon
Yeah.
junk. Yeah. Bianca, do you want to steal that?
I will, and I'll get Jack to answer that one.
It is in Africa.
That is the correct continent.
Bianca, we're on the scoreboard, my friend.
Let's do this.
Okay. Question number 2. In Moana, which object gives Maui his shape-shifting
Bianca.
powers?
Bianca?
The hook?
Correct.
Wow.
She's won.
Bianca,
she's won.
you get to come back tomorrow and play for the big prize.
Oh my God!
Do I get a consolation?
You do. We're going to send you a double pass to go and see Moana 2, which is in cinemas November 28th.
Oh, thank you.
And you know what?
Thank-
Mandy, we'll send you 2 doubles so you can take the whole family, okay?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Now, Bianca, we will see you here tomorrow. And if you win tomorrow's game, you will be going on that Disney cruise line.
Oh my God, I can't. I'm so excited.
Pressure is on.
It is.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
I feel like I was very early to the party with the Menendez boys because
You were.
I've been across their case since it actually happened.
Was it 1990 or the end of the 80s?
I feel like it was the end of the 80s. I don't know, but I remember it then. I've watched every doco. Frankly, I'm thrilled that everyone's on board now because
Finally.
it gives me more people to talk about the atrocities with.
It's fascinating.
Because
the
you know
story.
that I've been onto true crime since before it was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love it because it was a great shame for a very many years for me. I had to lie about my fascination. And now I don't. Everybody's interested in it.
Everyone wants to chat about it.
Everyone's suddenly got their favourite serial killers, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, update on the Menendez brothers. If you're not across the story, start now on Netflix. Everybody else is. The dramatisation of this horrendous story. It's called Monsters. And does that title refer to Lyle and Eric?
Or their parents.
Kitty and who was the dad?
Kitty, the dad's name.
Jose.
Jose.
Who do you think Monsters refers to? I think it refers to the parents.
For me, it's the parents, absolutely.
And that's been a nice change. And it's not only us that sees them as the real monsters because they have come up for, I mean, we sort of call it parole here in this country where, you know, judges and whatever look at your case and see how you're going and whether you've done enough time and whether you can be released. Their crimes are set to be revised on December 11.
Wow. That's soon.
December 11.
They could be out in time for Christmas, that means, right?
Exactly. And what they're doing is their lawyers are trying to change the conviction
Yep.
from murder to manslaughter if they are successful, if their crime is downgraded to manslaughter, they will be free men immediately. That day, get your things, get out.
Far out.
Because they've already
served the time
3 times the amount that you would for manslaughter.
Wow. And Swanee, how long have they been in jail for now? Is it 35 years, Tom's telling me?
It must be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even, I don't know, it's so hard to comment on it, but even if they don't change the conviction,
Yeah.
I think 35 years is enough for what they did. Is that controversial to say?
No, I think it is
I
too.
think it's enough. Given what they went through, yes, you cannot
And
murder
given
anyone.
that they were essentially children when they did
yeah,
it.
and you can't murder your parents. But given the circumstances, I think they've done their time.
I agree. So I'll be very interested to hear what happens on December 11th. And if you're wondering how the Menendez boys celebrate Halloween,
Absolutely.
they have they've booked their DVD
Okay.
from the prison library.
Yep.
They're going to have some popcorn and watch It, Stephen King's It.
Not going to watch Monsters?
I wonder if they've seen it.
I reckon they would have.
They have to
I think they're both quite into each other. Into themselves,
Well-
sorry. Not, wow, that was a Freudian slip. I think they're
You've
so...
obviously seen the show.
I have. I think they're into themselves that they would want to see how they were portrayed. And
Yes.
yeah. I wonder if in prison they've still got in primary school when they'd roll out the TV on the wheelie thing. I wonder if they've still got them in prisons. or if
God.
it's like a screen up in the...
Well,
I'm
you
so
know,
intrigued.
That was always the most thrilling day at school when they rolled
was.
that out. So hopefully they can give the
thrill.
felons a bit of a thrill. Let's move on to Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz. News broke yesterday that they are no longer
Splitsville.
headed down the aisle. They're no longer engaged. It's all over. A little bit more information has come to light. The reasons behind the split, people are saying, a source close to the couple,
Yeah.
say that they recently did a press junket for a film that they're both in. It's called Blink Twice. It's loosely a horror film.
Yeah.
And this is it's a weird concept, I think, to be putting out into the domain. They realised on this junket that, you know, when they were being interviewed together, that they're just not aligned and that they want different things.
That's a
It's just
weird
so
reason.
odd that it took a press junket.
Like, did a journo ask a weird question in an interview that triggered this? Like, what do you mean? You're busy talking about your work and, like, being ushered from hotel room
Yeah.
to cinema to TV set. Like, huh?
Maybe it was sort of the first holiday they've been on together and, you know,
Yeah,
he
maybe.
left his underpants in the bathroom and she just went, oh, this is it.
We're over, Red
I'm
Rover.
not signing up for this.
Yeah,
Very
okay.
interesting. They have, though, signed on the dotted line before they'd broken up to star together in another film, which is interestingly produced and stars Kate Blanchett, Australia's own.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, they are still going to do that.
Ooh. All eyes are going to be on them on that set. That would feel weird because everyone would be just fanging to see what the dynamic
Yeah,
is
but
like.
what is the choice? They say, one of them says, oh, I'm not going to do this job. They've obviously accepted the job because they both believe in it.
Yeah.
So who's going to back down? It's like who gets the beagle? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Who gets to keep the camping, the tent?
Maybe it'll bring them back together, Swanee.
No, definitely not.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
I mean, red alert.
What?
The man that ghosted while in a relationship with my queen and saviour, Maddie Healy, is in this country. It's like the devil and the angel are here at the same time. And I speak, of course, of Maddie Healy and the great Chris Martin from Coldplay.
They're similar kind of dudes.
They are not. How dare you?
They're both pommy rockers, man.
How dare you? Chris Martin is a thoroughly decent man.
So is Maddie Healy. Taylor's annoying and he got out of there as quick as he could.
Why
Soz-
didn't he tell her what he was doing?
Oh, because
If
imagine
I-
the
get him,
insufferable response she'd give.
Go get him.
Instead
and
of-
I've got some questions.
Instead of responding to him, she'd like write some lame song and voice note her like strumming the guitar to it.
Oh my God. I'm so full of rage.
I know.
And also, do not test me because the stuff that I have organised this morning in order to get to Coldplay tonight is going to astound
Do we
you.
need to dedicate some specific time for you to run me through what you've done?
Yeah, I do want to do that because I want to give you an insight into what it takes for me to leave the house.
And I can tell you what I've had to do too.
I'm going to hate it, aren't I?
Next, we're playing a round of Chrissy's Quizzy, and inside the bum bag is your invite to see the Kid Laroi live in Nova's Red Room. You don't want to miss out on this Red Room. It's going to be incredible.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's get Kid Laroi in.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Wow. The phone lines have almost melted down and registrations on the Nova Player app through the roof because we've recently announced that the Kid Laroi is performing in an exclusive Nova Red Room.
At Coogee Bay Hotel. How good is that?
So good. Claire, how badly do you want to go?
So bad.
So bad. What's your favourite song?
I said it was Blessings. It's actually one of his older ones, about maybe 6 years old, 5 years
I like
old.
that. I like that. Choosing an older one is a real flex, Claire, and I appreciate it. I see what you're doing there. Brittany, hello.
Hello.
Do you think, in Romper Room style, that when he sings girls at the Red Room performance, that he might put your name in there?
Oh, I hope so, because I want to shape what my mama got and gave me to that song. Brittany's going to dance and Brittany's going to have fun.
Oh, my God.
Brittany, you're fun.
She speaks about herself in the third person. I am in heaven. Now, I can't pick a favourite. I wish both of you could go, but only the winner can. So really play hard, girls.
Definitely. Good luck, though.
Your names are your buzzers. It's very Christian of you, Brittany. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct will be going to see our boy, the Kid Laroi.
Question number 1, Swanee.
How old is the Kid Laroi?
Claire.
Brittany. I agree, Tom. Yeah, that was Brittany. Brittany just got in.
22.
Oh, Claire?
21.
He is 21. Well, we'll double check because he might have just had a birthday. You know, they creep up on you. Like mine is on Sunday. Thank you for asking.
He's 21, I know.
He's 21. Did you just write organised flowers for Swanee?
I've already organised your present.
Ooh.
I literally had a 10-minute conversation with Kontos, my housemate, about it last night.
Oh, God, he's so stylish. Question number 2.
We're going to fun route, so don't get stylish.
Okay, great. Which vegetable is linked to Halloween?
Brittany. Claire.
Brittany.
Pumpkin.
It is a pumpkin.
It is 1 apiece, Swanee. Question number 3.
Can you name one of the 2 Menendez brothers?
Claire.
Yes, Claire.
Eric.
Correct. With a K, and I'm not mad on it.
Nah, neither. The K ruins it. Visually, not here for it. Chuck a C there, bro. Question number 4. This is for the win, Claire.
Chuck a C there, bro. Can you name this Kid Laroi song?
His best song.
Claire.
Nights Like This.
It is Nights Like This, Claire, and you are going.
Well done, Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
We have an exclusive invite to Nova's Red Room featuring Kid Laroi, and your name is on the door, my girl.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
See you there, Claire. Actually, just joking. I don't know if we're going to that. I'd like to go. Can we go?
Oh, God. After what I've had to put in plan to see Coldplay, I don't know.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Mental note to self. Google the year that Gwyneth Paltrow's dad, Bruce Paltrow, passed away and see if Chris Martin wrote that for Gwyneth about her grieving about her dad.
I think you're spot on.
You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova, and that is going to be bringing back some beautiful memories to everybody that was at the show last night. Coldplay kicked off their Australian tour here in Melbourne last night. My sister was there. She said it was amazing. We're 2 peas in a pod, and she said, now that I'm here, I'm actually excited.
Oh, good. I was excited, Swanee, when I saw Brooke Warren upload a video of him dedicating your favourite song, Sparks, to Shane Warne, Brooke's dad.
I can't believe this song is perfection. Oh, my God. And Parachutes is my favourite album. There's not a huge amount of parachutes on the set list, but I digress. Can I tell you that the response we got yesterday when we had surprise tickets for beautiful listeners of the Chrissy Swan Show was almost unprecedented. Everybody wants to go. And until very recently, I wasn't going either. But we were lucky enough to be offered tickets.
Yes.
Which very rarely happens, to be honest. You think it happens all the time. It doesn't.
Not nowadays, no.
So I was like, oh, my God, this is an opportunity I cannot pass up.
Yeah.
It's Coldplay. I love Coldplay. And I've got to go.
And they haven't done shows on the east coast of Australia since 2016.
For 8 years. And, you know, who knows how much longer I've got. This could be my last
Don't
chance.
say that, Swanee.
Anyway, I thought I'm gonna move heaven and earth to get there. And then I looked at what was required to get there, and I actually emailed the person that gave me the tickets, and I said, I'm so sorry, I just can't. I can't work it out. I've got too many things that I need to do in order to leave the house.
I did not know this. You really were going to give them up, relinquish those golden tickets.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. And I thought it would be an interesting thing to compare. Because you and I are the oddest couple ever.
We are.
And yet we have so much in common. We're so aligned on so many things.
Yes.
But I love to highlight the differences.
I know, because once we exit the studio, the 8 hours ahead for us is so different.
It's so different. And I love to educate you
I know,
about
it's
what
fun.
people deal with.
Yeah.
And I just love to marvel at your life. So here's the thing. Let's start with this. The show is on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
How many steps have you done so far today before, you know, like from waking up until now?
I have done... to you, this is going to sound
Now,
really bad.
hang on. Neither of us have gone for a walk or done any exercise.
I didn't get to do my Pilates or anything this morning. I've done 1,920 steps.
Okay. I have done, hang on, it's just updating. I probably should have done this in the song, but I was enjoying Coldplay too much. I've done 7,000 steps. It's 5 kilometres.
Did you cut a cheeky tan lap?
I have not left the house.
I'm so sorry.
The only place I've walked is from my house to the car to come here. Okay, 7,104 steps I've done. Jeez. And this is how. In order to leave the house tonight, I have had to call on 7 other human beings to help me.
Avengers! Assemble.
And this is how. So first of all, I had to get my 3 children on board, Peg, Kit and Leo.
Yeah.
They needed to understand that it's a school night and Mum's not going to be there. That's also, already a rattle.
Mum's taking Jack instead of one of the kids.
Yeah, I know. Kit was like, who are you going to Coldplay with? And I said, I did offer. And you said, oh, no. And it wasn't until he realised that it was, you know, a night out with Mum.
Yeah, he's
and
missed
I said,
out.
sorry, too late.
Yeah. Well, so there's free booze to be had. I should be there.
That's true. It's a waste. It's a waste. All right, so let's start with Peg.
Okay.
Peg has plans after school. How am I going to get her anywhere after school? I can't because I'm here and then I'm going to be on a train, allegedly, to go to the show. So I had to organise with one of the school mums for her to pick Peg up from school.
Got it.
Peg is going trick-or-treating straight after school. What is she going to wear? I had to source and pack
her outfit.
3 Alvin and the Chipmunks costumes because I was also dressing the other girls. That was all in the bag this morning.
Oh, you're a cool mom doing the other kids.
I mean, why not? Have credit card, can travel. Then she was sorted.
Got it.
The problem with Peg is she's been sleeping in bed with me for the last few days because she goes, my room is so messy, I can't even deal with it. So I'm like, just sleep with me. Mine's always nice. So this morning, after I dropped them to school and driven home again, I have started the process of clearing her room. So I've made baskets of, throw, donate, keep. Okay. So she's going to be very shocked when she comes home. Also, who knows when that is? Because allegedly it finishes at 7:30, the trick-or-treating. I don't know. I'm relying on another mother
to drop her home.
Wow. Let's move on to Kit. Kit is also going trick-or-treating straight after school. So the last time I see him was this morning when I dropped him off. Goodbye, I love you, have a good day.
Yeah.
He has got a giant Pickle Rick costume in his bag, stuffed in there like a sleeping bag, right? It's massive. He's got that. he's got he's catching public transport after school to his friend's place to go trick-or-treating. He didn't have a public transport pass. I had to find a public transport pass, then I had to download an app and make sure that there was money on it. Also, make sure they've got food and snacks and a good breakfast in the morning. Let's go to Leo. Leo's not going trick-or-treating because he's too cool,
Way too cool, man.
He's too cool, all right? Anyway,
check my sick fade.
He's coming straight home, but he doesn't know really how to cook. So he's the only one at home for dinner. What's to happen? Oh, I know.
Eats?
I'll call. What do you get my maid of money?
Yeah.
No. I called my mum and I said, can you be at the house? I don't know what time the other two smaller ones are coming home, but Leo will be home at 4. Can you just be there and
facilitate
so that there's an adult at home when the other two come home and make sure they have a shower and blah, blah, blah. Then I had to go, right. She said yes. So, but you know what that is, flexible. Anyway, I thought, oh God, what are they going to eat? Mum can't cook, that's for sure. So this morning I had to quickly throw together what I call the smashaloni, which is like a bakeable thing. I had to make that, put it on the bench with a big note saying 180, 30 minutes, foil off, cheese on. And then I made 2 little garlic breads because I know they love that. That is done. Then leaves us with Kit. What happens at 7:30 or 8 o'clock when he's finished trick-or-treating? Had to call his dad and go, Kit I don't know how he's going to get home.
Please
he's like
help.
a Burmese. So Kit's dad is going to pick up Kit and then drop him back to my place.
Far out. All so you can just put your eyes on Chris Martin IRL.
Now, here's the thing. All of those people have to turn up for me in order for me to leave the house tonight.
If not, it's
And
character building for the kids to be
there's
left on the street.
Any moment that any of them can let me down.
Okay.
Now, what have you had to pull into place to get out tonight?
I just made sure that I had a bottle of champagne at home so I can pre-drink.
I hate you.
It'll be great, Swanee. It'll be well worth it.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Earlier on, Jack, you said something very interesting, and it was...
That if you decorate your house for Halloween, that you are tacky. And
You have
that's
no
tacky.
taste.
You have no taste. We just don't need to do it.
Go to style jail. With no parole.
I'm all for Halloween and I don't care that it's American. It's a great fun thing for kids to do. It's an excuse for adults to party. I just don't think you need to decorate your house.
Oh, God, I've just remembered. You know what I've forgotten in the panic of having to leave the house tonight to go and see Coldplay?
What?
I have not bought all the trick-or-treating loot for the kids that come to my house.
Oh, who cares? Go to the next house.
Oh, actually, that's all right. I'll be at Coldplay.
Correct.
All right, so... I saw something this morning when I was dropping my kids to school
Right.
that I think you would like.
Really?
Yes, and I should have got a photo. Anyway, you'll have to go with my memory.
Yeah.
Very fancy suburb.
Okay.
Very chic grey and black Victorian
Gorgeous.
renovation. Gorgeous rendering, black steel fence.
Yeah, love it.
Fancy as
I'm
hell.
in.
Fancy as hell. Hanging from the period veranda was... all at exactly the same height, exactly the same thing, witches' hats, like black stylized witches' hat, witches' hat, witches' hat, witches' hat.
No. You've just ruined your chic, beautiful Victorian renovated home.
It matched the veranda poles.
I don't care. You don't need it.
Really?
No.
Even that?
Even that? No, absolutely not.
Wow, I'm surprised.
It's
13, 24,
not
10.
good.
Are you mad for dressing up your house, or does it set you off like it does Hollywood Jack? Hello, Beck.
Hi.
You mad for Halloween? Inside, outside, leisure, pleasure?
I love Halloween. Yes, I've got the whole works.
What do you do?
It's Halloween today. What does your house look like right now?
Black and orange.
And how much do you spend, Beck, decorating?
Oh, probably like $300.
Wow. And is it like couch as well as outside yard?
Yes, outside, at the front and the back and inside as well. I just love Halloween.
Did you get one of those amazing $25 full body skeletons from Kmart? God, I was so tempted.
I do have a bunch of skeletons, yeah.
No, I just can't do it. Priceline Pharmacy, though, for you, Beck. Let's go to Sharon.
Hi, Shags.
Hi, guys. How are you? You're going to hate me.
Why?
Well, there's 2 parts to this, okay? So you've got to hear me out,
Oh,
Halloween,
of course.
what is it? Boring. I mean, really? What is it? What is it? I mean, what a waste of money. What a waste of time and energy. And when my kids were little, I used to give all the kids that came knocking at our door apples. fruit. And they would run off crying, Mum, she gave us fruit. Anyway, so second part to this conversation, I'm so excited. You know how you had to go to all that trouble? I'm exhausted just listening to you about getting your family organised.
Can you believe it? No wonder I never leave the house.
Oh, my God, I'm exhausted hearing it. Now, listen to my story about Coldplay last night. My partner and I hopped on my Vespa, rode into the Docklands, parked at the Docklands, no traffic, had beers and food, went in, enjoyed the concert, had the best time of our lives. Bought a $65 extra large T-shirt that's too big. Took it to the alteration lady today. Need it altered by Saturday night because I'm going again with my adult sons. Woo!
Sharon, you are a full-time vibe.
Sharon, can you be my life coach, please? I need more Sharon and less me in my life.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Our show is nearly over, but Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are warming up their pipes.
And the pumpkins are in their studio, Swanee, because they're doing their annual carving competition.
Oh, my God, it's back.
It's back,
well,
you
let's
guys.
do this and get cracking with them.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Just an aside, Jack, you said earlier in our sweeping statement segment that if you decorate your house in a Halloween theme, then you should go to jail.
You're tacky. You're tacky and I hate you.
What do you think about carving pumpkins?
Look, it's not something I would willingly take part in. If you threw that up in our show office as an idea, I'd probably poo-poo it.
I tell you what, it is hard work.
That's mainly why.
And also,
the effort
it's
required.
dangerous. I've nearly cut my whole hand off doing that.
I know. Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel need to be careful with that.
Be very careful,
Blackers
guys.
especially. He needs those hands to press the buttons
That's
too.
exactly right. Now let's move on to Olivia Rodrigo. Do you remember she was touring here and it was absolute fever pitch? Of course, that has been replaced with Coldplay fever.
Yes.
But when Olivia was here, everybody desperately wanted tickets, and it was big news that she fell through the stage in, I think it was in a Melbourne show.
It was, Swanee. It looked quite scary. It was quite a hectic thump.
Yeah, she disappeared under the stage, and then nobody ever spoke of it again, but it has come up when she's been plugging her tour back home in America.
You fell through a hole in the stage.
God.
You handled it like a pro.
Thanks, Jimmy.
And you're fine.
I mean, show must go on. That's showbiz, baby. But I'd just been to the Philippines, and I was thinking about my family and my heritage and my relatives.
Of course.
And I fell, and I was all shaken up, and I went to the hospital after. Nothing happened, but they just wanted to make sure I didn't have a concussion. And randomly, the nurse was a Filipino man with the same name as my grandpa, who just passed away a few months ago. And so I was like, wow, that was him looking out for me, making sure I didn't get hurt. And so I'm really happy it happened.
What an optimist she is.
God, actually, no, I can't judge that. I can't call that nonsense, because if I see a corgi, it means I'm having a good
Totally.
day. So I hear you, Olivia Rodrigo. I might be wired the same way that she is.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another massive Netflix hit show. It is Woman of the Hour. It tells the story of a dating show contestant who ends up picking a serial killer. And it's based on a true story. Anna Kendrick, who we know from I Always Forget It, Pitch Perfect, directed it and acts in it. And it was a real labour of love for her. Anyway, she sort of did that thing that you do when you're on a creative sort of pursuit. You've got your your blindfold on, or your blinkers, and you're just so conscious of getting something very good made.
Yeah.
That you sort of lose track of the subject matter and what it's going to mean when it's born into the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, she suddenly realised that this was a very tragic and sad and scary story, and that maybe seeing it could be triggering for a whole community of women, and it made her look inward about the profits.
Believe me, this was never a money-making venture for me, because, all the resources went to actually just making the movie.
Yeah.
And then it was oh, there's money going to be exchanging hands. I asked myself the question of do you feel gross about this? And I did. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not making money off of the movie. The money has gone to RAIN and to the National Center for Victims of Violent Crime.
What a great idea.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's a really nice thing to do. I don't think she should have to do that, though, but I like that she has.
And you know what? She didn't have to do it. That was her decision. And I loved hearing her say that she spoke to herself, because that's another thing that I do. I go,
I know.
how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
How do you actually feel about that? And then you've got to go with
Your
what
answer.
the answer is. Yeah. So I think if I was her, I would also feel yuck about making money off a story that impacted so many women and men and family members and generations of people so tragically.
I think it's great she's done it, and I would like to, if I was in her position, I'd think I'd do the same. But don't you think, given the work she put into it and the fact that acting is her job, creating movies and telling other people's stories is her job, I think it's okay that she gets paid for that.
Yes, but I think she's probably got enough and she can let this one go.
Yeah, once you're in her spot.
Like if her morals... Yeah, it's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it ever.
Hey, Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next. Their pumpkins are ready to go. The studio is decorated. I will see you tonight at Coldplay, Swanee.
Yes.
I cannot wait.
Or will you?
Who knows?
I mean, there are a lot of factors at play here.
If you missed those factors, make sure you grab our podcast on the Nova Player app.
Now check this out. The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.